A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Episode 1, The Hedge Knight Review. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms opens on a surprisingly quiet and emotional note. We meet Dunk not in battle or in any sort of triumph, but in grief. He's burying the man who we can only assume he once squired for. We're also shown some jarringly hilarious moments of friction between the two prior to the old man's passing. A clear signal that this won't be typical OG Game of Thrones. These moments of softness and humor help to ground the story, and in my opinion, it'll only make any future brutality hit much harder. The show makes it clear early on that it isn't about legend just yet. This is more so about the space between common man and myth. Because we all know. We know about the legend. If you watch Game of Thrones, you've heard about Sir Duncan. I didn't read the books, but I've heard about Sir Duncan. I know he's a legend. So we're getting the middle ground. We're getting the in-between. What happened? What turned this man from just a common squire into the legend that he was known as years past? Dunk isn't really anyone important yet, and the series doesn't rush him into being so, at least, not here in episode 1. Things seem to be paced very well, so in this first episode. There's even a brief moment of tension later in the episode where, despite my own bloodthirsty readiness to see some combat, Dunk chooses restraint. He decides against violence because at this point, he's no hero, and he is aware of that. He's a young man, and he doesn't have much to his name, no money, no wealth. So why would he just jump to fight one of these extremely skilled combatants? Because we saw that man fighting who was his cousin. So these are some very skilled combatants, and I'm also very eager. Is Dunk gonna have a training arc? Does he already have some skills? We haven't seen him train much yet. We haven't seen much of anything. I'm curious to know, did his knight train him? I'm sure he did in some way, shape, or form, besides just slapping the hell out of him. You had to have trained him in some manner, right? But, we didn't really get any of that. We didn't really get any violence yet. And that's telling me that they're really taking their time. Also, one of the most striking aspects of Dunk in this premiere is how little he thinks of himself. He does not see himself as worthy of respect, status, or even as a squire. When Egg shows interest in following him, Duncan actively pushes him away, telling him to be grateful that he doesn't have to serve someone like him. That humility, or perhaps even self-doubt, makes Dunk a more relatable character. He's strong and capable, but he just isn't completely sure of himself. He isn't sure if he belongs in the world that he's stepping into, even though he has demonstrated that he is prepared to take that step. Egg ends up trailing Dunk, regardless, and his decision to stay feels deliberate. Now, why Egg is drawn to Dunk, I do not know. I don't believe it's been made entirely clear. Maybe Dunk simply comes off as a kind soul, or perhaps Egg is eager to learn, hoping to one day walk his own knight's path. Despite playing with Dunk's armor and testing boundaries, Dunk never lashes out or asserts any sort of dominance over Egg, where many others would have punished the child or, done anything. Dunk lets it go. Whether it's kindness or restraint, Egg clearly sees something in Dunk that Dunk does not yet see in himself. Egg also shows early signs of influence of his own. The two end up resting beneath the night sky when Egg notices a shooting star, remarking that all other knights were tucked away in their tents. Dunk wonders aloud if they didn't see it. Could they truly be touched by its blessing? Egg offers no answer, only a sly little smile as he turns away. His comments about the shooting star hint at a perspective and knowledge that Dunk does not yet possess, leaving Dunk eager to hear more. It makes me, and I'm sure it makes you wonder, what other wisdom Egg may reveal as the story unfolds. While Dunk has the physical presence, Egg quietly carries narrative weight, guiding curiosity and direction rather than force, just here in episode 1. The central conflict of the episode is simple but effective: survival and identity. Both Dunk and Egg are both on a journey of survival at this point, and they both need each other. Dunk has no money. He's not a knight yet. Well, he has been knighted, but he is not an official knight. He has not truly proved himself. And he has no true identity. With his former master dead, he's left to figure out who he is and where he fits in the world. The tournament he hears about isn't just opportunity for coin, it's a chance at some form of legitimacy. Tonally, the episode is far lighter than Game of Thrones, leaning into warmth and humor while still taking his time. There's no real rush to violence in this episode, no immediate spectacle, and that restraint works. As much as part of me wanted a fight in this episode 1, I respect the decision to make us wait and to make us invest before the blood comes. Just don't make us wait too long, Don't make me wait too long. By the end, it's clear that Dunk's story is only the beginning. He's raw, untested, and unsure of himself. But the foundation is laid. The season preview hints at rivalries, conflict, and eventual confrontations with the dragon. And when it arrives, it feels like it will be earned. I mean, that preview was absolutely, that shit was absolutely fucking incredible. That was some badass. I rewinded that thing like 7 times. But anyway, the story also appears far more straightforward, at least at first glance. Episode 1 isn't about glory, not at all. It's about the beginnings. And as premieres go, it does exactly what it needs to do. My final rating, I give it a 9 out of 10. So tell me what you guys thought in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.